Welcome back to the AI Daily Brief Headlines Edition, all the daily AI news you need in around 5 minutes. For the open model enjoyers out there, I begin today with some bad news. OpenAI has again delayed the release of their open model after finding some issues. Now, you'll remember that back in June, Sam Altman took to Twitter to write, "We're going to take a little bit more time with our open weights model, i.e. expect it later this summer, but not June. Our research team did something unexpected and quite amazing, and we think it will be very much worth the wait, but needs a bit longer." Still, it appeared that it had been getting closer until Altman tweeted, "We plan to launch our open weight model next week. We are delaying it. We need time to run additional safety tests and review high-risk areas. We're not sure yet how long it will take us. While we trust the community will build great things with this model, once weights are out, they can't be pulled back. This is new for us and we want to get it right. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. We are working super hard." Now, speculation began immediately on whether this delay was an alignment problem or performance issues. OpenAI researcher Aidan Clark commented, "We're delaying the open weights model. Capability-wise, we think the model is phenomenal, but our bar for an open source model is high, and we think we need some more time to make sure we're releasing a model we're proud of along every axis. This one can't be deprecated." Now, while some took this explanation on face value, in other words, accepting that an open weights model did have a higher threshold when it came to safety issues, others thought there was something else going on. TRTaxes responded to Altman's post saying, "I too think K2 is very good, Sam." What they're referring to is the release of a new benchmark topping open model out of China. A lab called Moonshot AI released a new model called Kimi K2 that claims to beat OpenAI's models across multiple dimensions. On the coding benchmark, SWE-bench verified, Kimi K2 achieved better results than GPT-4.1 and falling just short of Claude 4 Opus. On the AIME 2025 math benchmark, Kimi K2 achieved better results than GPT-4.1, Claude 4 Opus, and Gemini 2.5 Flash. Now, as always, the comparisons are a little cherry-picked, but some people reported some really positive results with the thing in practice. Pietro Sciarrano writes, "Kimi K2 is so good at tool calling and agentic loops, can call multiple tools in parallel and reliably, and knows when to stop, which is another important property. It's the first model I feel comfortable using in production since Claude 3.5 Sonnet." Menlo's Didi Das writes, "China's Kimi K2 is having its mini DeepSeek moment. It is now number 14 on OpenRouter today, ahead of Grok 4 and GPT-4.1. This is a non-reasoning model which scores the highest on major EQ and creative writing benchmarks. Best model smell since Sonnet 3.5. The model is designed in a similar manner to DeepSeek V3, using a mixture of experts architecture to achieve 1 trillion total parameters. Still, when push comes to shove, the most credible insider reports that we've seen just don't make the connection." Yuchen Jin writes, "Rumors that OpenAI delayed their open source model because of Kimi are fun, but from what I hear, the model is much smaller than Kimi K2, super powerful, but due to some frankly absurd reason I can't say, they realized a big issue just before release, so they probably have to retrain now. So I'm not sure what that big issue is, but for now we will just have to wait and see." Moving over to embodied AI, HuggingFace racked up $500,000 in first-day pre-orders for their latest open-source robot. On Wednesday, HuggingFace started taking orders for the Reachi mini robot, one of 2 models they unveiled in May. This model is the small desktop model about the size of a teddy bear. The other yet-to-be-released model is a full-sized humanoid made from readily available components. Reachi Mini comes with microphones, speakers, and cameras, but lacks arms and legs, so the diminutive robot is mostly about prototyping interactive AI experiences. The bulk of the demos just show it moving its head to a beat, but that's compelling enough for many. TechCrunch actually referred to it as the Seinfeld of AI hardware, saying that the bots might do nothing in particular, but they're still captivating. I think ultimately we are just at the very, very beginning of the embodied AI and robotics era, and it makes sense to me that a developer-focused prototype like this actually might get some traction with the enthusiast and tinkerer community. Lastly today, Zuck's hiring spree continues as Meta acquires voice startup PlayAI. This company was formerly known as PlayHT. Bloomberg disclosed that Meta has completed the deal to buy out the small startup at an undisclosed valuation. The deal is solely focused on talent acquisition, with an internal memo stating that the entire PlayAI team will join Meta this week. The acquisition reinforces that voice is a big part of whatever Zuckerberg is cooking up. One of the earliest signings for Meta's superintelligence team was Sesame AI's machine learning lead, Johann Schwalwick. You'll recall that Sesame blew up a little while ago for really figuring out lifelike AI voices, adding natural-sounding pauses and voice tics to make the experience less robotic. The PlayAI team will report to Schwalwick and presumably form a subgroup within the new superintelligence division. The memo heralding the team's arrival said that PlayAI's, quote, "work in creating natural voices along with a platform for easy voice creation is a great match for our work and roadmap across AI characters, meta AI, wearables, and audio content creation." Still, that is not the acquihire that we are most interested in this week, but for that, we have to turn to the main episode.